What if the reason we hear nothing is not because the universe is empty, but because something is listening? Space is vast, unimaginably vast. Billions of galaxies, trillions of stars. Planets like ours should be everywhere. And yet, there is silence, no signals, no visitors, no proof. This is the terrifying heart of the Fermi paradox. If life is common, where is everyone? But here's where it gets strange. For decades, scientists searched for answers. Some said civilizations destroy themselves. Others said space is too big, too slow, too cold. But one man looked at the problem and saw something far more disturbing. Roger Penrose, a physicist, a mathematician, a mind that helped us understand black holes and the structure of reality itself. And Penrose didn't just ask where the aliens are. He asked, what if the universe itself hides them? But that is only half the story. To understand his idea, we need to look deeper, not at stars, but at time. Time feels simple. It moves forward, always. Yesterday becomes today, today becomes tomorrow. But in physics, time is not that simple. At the smallest scales, time behaves strangely. At the largest scales, it may not even exist the way we think. And this is where everything changes. Penrose proposed something radical, something that sounds almost impossible. He suggested that the universe doesn't just expand, it resets. Not once, not twice, but endlessly. Imagine this, the universe begins with a big bang. It expands, stars form, galaxies grow, life appears, then trillions of years pass, everything fades, stars die, black holes evaporate, matter dissolves into radiation, and eventually there is almost nothing left. No structure, no complexity, no time as we understand it. Just a cold, empty sea of energy. But here's where it gets strange. Penrose argues that in this state, the universe loses its sense of scale. When everything is stretched to infinity, infinity becomes meaningless. And when size no longer matters, something incredible happens. The end of the universe can become the beginning of a new one. Not metaphorically, literally. A new Big Bang, another universe, another cycle. This idea is called conformal cyclic cosmology, and it changes everything. Because if Penrose is right, our universe is not the first. It is just one in an endless chain. And that raises a bigger question. If there were universes before ours, could something survive them? Could information, patterns, or even intelligence cross from one universe to the next? At first it sounds impossible, but Penrose believes there may be traces, faint signals, hidden in the cosmic background radiation, echoes from a time before time. And if that is true, then the silence we hear may not be silence at all. But scientists found something even more disturbing. Because if civilizations can survive, or leave messages across universes, then why haven't we found clear evidence? Why is everything so quiet? Unless they don't want to be found. And this is where the idea turns dark. What if advanced civilizations don't broadcast their existence? Not because they can't, but because they've learnt something we haven't. Something dangerous, something about the nature of reality itself, something about being seen. But that is only the beginning. What if the smartest civilizations don't explore, don't expand, don't make noise, because they discovered that noise is a death sentence? Think about us, we are loud. Radio waves leaking into space for over a century. Signals screaming, we are here. We build antennas. We search for signals. We assume others are doing the same. But that assumption might be our biggest mistake, and this is where everything changes. In a universe that resets, over and over, knowledge accumulates. Not in books, not in machines, but in patterns, in deep structures of reality itself. If Roger Penrose is right, then each cosmic cycle could carry faint imprints of the past. Not memories as we know them, but hints, warnings, lessons. Imagine a civilization billions of years ahead of us. They study the universe, they uncover its deepest rules, and eventually they discover something terrifying. They are not alone, not just in space, but across time. Other civilizations existed before them. some more advanced, some long gone, and they all face the same question. Do we reveal ourselves, or do we stay silent? But here's where it gets strange. If even one civilization made the wrong choice, if even one broadcast too loudly, and something responded, then the lesson would spread, not through words, but through survival. The civilizations that stayed quiet lived longer. The ones that didn't vanished. And over countless cosmic cycles, a pattern emerges. Silence becomes intelligence, noise becomes extinction, and that raises a bigger question. What kind of universe would create such a rule? Not a friendly one, not a welcoming one, but something closer to a dark forest. Every civilization hiding, every signal a risk, every discovery a potential threat. You don't know who is listening. You don't know what they are capable of. You don't know how far their reach extends. So the safest move is to say nothing. And this is where the Fermi paradox stops being a puzzle and starts becoming a warning. Because the silence around us might not mean emptiness. It might mean discipline. It might mean fear, or worse. It might mean something is already out there, waiting, listening for the next voice. But scientists found something even more disturbing, because Penrose's idea suggests that intelligence might not just survive cycles, it might evolve with them, becoming less physical, less visible, more like information, encoded into the fabric of reality itself. No ships, no signals, no obvious presence, just influence, subtle, invisible, watching. And if that's true, then the question is no longer where is everyone? The question becomes, have they already found us? Think about how young we are, a newborn civilization, barely understanding its own planet. And yet, we are already reaching out, sending messages, dreaming of contact. But what if the first rule of cosmic survival is the opposite? Don't reach out, don't answer, don't be seen. Because once you are, you can't take it back. And this is where everything collapses into a single chilling thought. Maybe the reason the universe feels empty is because every advanced civilization has already learned the truth. And they are all doing the same thing, hiding, waiting, staying quiet, while we are still shouting into the dark.